We really went to the basket early and couldn't convert, and so they jumped out. And then I thought Allen kind of kept us in there early, made some shots, some tough shots, but good shots. And then once we got everybody moving, we started to get our offense on track. We moved really well without the ball. We're helping each other. Joe had a really good first half, really solid. Uh, it was really, Allen and Joe really were solid. I thought Jesse gave us some good minutes in there. He rebounded it. He still doesn't he still bobbles a lot of balls, but he's gotten to play. This was, really the first time this year Marek just struggled right out of the gate. He just had 4 turnovers. He just got off to a bad start and got in foul trouble and just couldn't get anything going. But Jesse did a good job in the middle. I mean, he's obviously there's balls he's got to get to, and defensively there was some issues out there, but we just interior they attacked us inside. Our 3-point defense was fine. They attacked our inside with Usher and obviously Wright. We know Wright's going to hurt us in there, but Usher got just way too many. Um, our forwards got to do a better job helping back in there. We got 3 guys back there, and they've got Wright and Usher, and we didn't do a good enough job on them defensively in there, and we just made some mistakes. We got the lead, and Joe had a really bad turnover, and then Marek had a really bad turnover when we had the lead in the second half. And when you're on the road, or when you're playing a good team, which obviously they're very good, I think, uh, you can't make bad turnovers that give them layups at the other end. And we did that 2 or 3 times, and the game got away from us. But they battled hard. They're battling, they're trying. We just haven't been good enough in these games. But I think Wright is, one of the better big guys in the league, and I thought they did the things they had to do, and we did them for a while, but we weren't consistent, and we made some uncharacteristic bad turnovers. This is really the first really bad game Marek has had probably in 2 years. He just couldn't get it going tonight. The first play, he drew a charge, they didn't call it, and he just could never get going today. But Georgia Tech's very good. It was they made the plays they had to make.
Thank you. The first question we're going to start with is from Donna Ditota.
Jim, you talked a little bit about Georgia Tech inside, and can you just describe a little bit more about what the issue was? The ball was getting into the mid post, and then sort of it looked like the forwards were having trouble locating those guys along the baseline too.
The forwards just weren't good defensively tonight. They got beat back door a couple times, kind of standing, watching the play. When a guy dribbles in there, particularly Usher, that's the forward's response. He's got to be back there and helping. They really weren't throwing the ball out. The forward didn't have to worry about the 3-point line. We have 3 guys back there, and they have 2, Wright and Usher, and we have to be able to do a better job defensively. For a while we did, but then after a certain point in the second half, they just got the ball into Usher, and he got to the basket. Our forwards need to get in front of that, and we just did a very poor job defensively there, no question about it. And when you're playing poorly on defense there, you can't make turnovers that lead to baskets at the other end. We made 2 or 3. Joe, in the first half, Joe was getting the lanes and getting the shot right up or moving the ball. In the second half, he was stopping, and now they have a chance to get the passing lanes. And this is normally a game I think Kadari would be able to get to the basket. He just had a rare bad. He's played really well, but he just had a bad night. He couldn't make anything. He got to the basket like where he always does. He got 5, really good looks at the basket, and just couldn't convert them. That you're going to have games like that, and this was a game like that for him tonight.
Thank
Next, we're going to go to Mike Waters.
Jim, you took a while with your team before you came on here, and I was wondering what you said to them, maybe particularly as you're looking here at the last stretch of the regular season in the ACC tournament.
Well, we'll talk about all that tomorrow. This was just about this game, what we had to do better. And that revolved around some bad turnovers and some, our defense inside. Those were really the two things we talked about. We talk about those every game. Every time we lose a game, we spend some time talking about that because you can't talk to your players later. And tomorrow we'll have to focus right on North Carolina. That's a one-day preparation. So you don't get a chance to go over this game. So you try to do what you can in the locker room after the game.